Alright, so how you doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now in today's video, going to be doing a bit of a different showcase. We're steering away from the Tamiel showcases just for today's video. We are of course still going to be using him in today's showcase, but with Slime just around the corner, I'm trying out a couple units, just rerunning them until we actually have the rerun drop, and haven't used IORI in quite a while. And don't get me wrong, he's a super fun character, is probably outshined by some of the other characters, Kyo being the main example. Kyo is seen so much, and although we have had the rerun and most people have had their chance to get Kyo again, for the people who have missed out on him, it is super unfortunate. But if you guys don't know what IORI does, his first card here, inflicts co-destruction damage equal to 425% of attack on one enemy. His second card here inflicts damage equal to 280% of attack on all enemies, infects for 2 turns. The ultimate inflicts damage equal to 630% of attack on one enemy and depletes 3 ultimate move gauge orbs. His passive, when the hero uses a skill, damage dealt increases by 7% for every ignite effect on the enemy. After each skill use, applies an effect on the hero up to 5 times, which increases attack related stats by 6% for 3 turns. And last but not least, his Holy Relic decreases enemies' pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage by 2% every ignite effect on all enemies. So as you can tell, synergizes very well along with the Kyo. Pretty much have to use them alongside each other. We are of course giving him the attack crit set, and when it comes to his cosmetics, they're not super invested, but at least the UR ones are all fully maxed out. We're using this team today. I wanted to use them with someone else other than Deanne, but she just fits this role so well in the team. You kind of have the DPS unit, the main support for the DPS, and Deanne will end up soaking up all the hits, so will work really well. And she wasn't here when we actually had the rerun for the King of Fighters Club, so this is the team we're using today, and let's jump right into it. And as more and more time goes on, I'm really starting to like the AoE Infect card. So many units just have absurd amounts of lifesteal, and it helps them out tremendously. Also, amazing card RNG to start us off. Let's kind of just to see the damage, I think I'm going to go for Escanor, because if we could kill him in the one turn, although he did have the 2 ignites on the melee, might have been a better idea to have switched that one off. Not too worried about the Ludociel being alive, since he is only putting the passive debuff onto, okay, no, so it was Ludociel with the 4 ignites. I'm still happy with that there, and almost one-tapping Escanor. But yeah, the Ludociel debuff is only on IORI, and he's not going to be taking any hits, so we should be fine. Deanna, I believe, is still the highest CC character in the game. We'll have to see with the part 2 of Slime on the Japanese version. The Demon Lord Rimuru might end up being the highest CC. Definitely, I think they're top 8 at this point in time, but we'll see how that goes. Let's go for another effect, praying that kills the Escanor. And I believe I should be able to finish off, if I wanted to change targets, should be able to finish melee off there with those 2 single target cards. Yeah, look at that. Such a fun unit. It is always a shame that these units aren't going to be returning again, but at least it makes them a little bit rare. Deanne going absolutely crazy there. And once it's just Kyo, there's not an awful lot the man can do. We'll actually be able to get an ultimate off as well. Yeah, he'll most likely have a king card, but hey, quite a few ignites on the Ludociel. He's only 1/6, isn't he? Unfortunate. I mean, I believe my Kyo is 3/6, which is like the main one that matters. My Terry was 3 or 4/6 as well. Not my luckiest collaboration ever, that would still have to go to the Slime Club. Ended up 6/6ing the Amelia in, I think it was 2 rotations, but still, that kind of luck is ridiculous. Oh, just survives, then we get to see the ultimate. Whole bunch of buffs on him as well. Maybe like a 400,000 or 500,000? Yeah, look at that, right in the middle. IORI's Holy Relic as well looks so goddamn nice, and when they end up making Holy Relics that suit certain characters, it's just better. Like, look at how well, granted you do use any of the other costumes and it just doesn't suit whatsoever. I really enjoy when they do stuff like that. Yeah, really don't like these kind of teams. Obviously a real player, I could assume. Just have to play it super careful, because if the melee gets ultimate, we're pretty much lost. Twiggo is just so tanky as well. Having this kind of team with the new Tamiel Grace 6/6 on Twiggo kind of just makes an immortal team, unless, even with Ludociel, actually, you can't kill the 2 times in a row. Yeah, definitely troublesome for the team we're running today. Having Deanne take a bit of damage will be good for us though. Get it to build up a passive a little bit. Let's see. I think I might target you instead. Hopefully I can burn through to a go with these 3 cards here. I do really want to hold on to the DN single target cards, just in case we can actually use the ult removal effect of it. Ooh, Twiggo is just getting back so much HP. Yo, oh my god. I did not expect YAGAMI to do that much damage. Okay. Have the ultimate. This is always... I forget what the Elizabeth's passive is. Is it just full heal? Really, the ignites there is also going to be a bit of a pain. Because if we take a melee ultimate, we're just dead. Dan's holding up pretty well. Look at that. Completely full on HP. I mean, we have no other option. We'll go full send on the melee and pray for the best. If we got a 6/6 Dan here, she would just completely one-tap, but once again, unfortunately, the luck on that banner wasn't the greatest. Melee on a slither of HP, straight back to full health. And removes all the ignites. Ugh. What a shame. Is he wailed out? Does he get the one-tap, or do we end up surviving here? If we had I think the IORI was disabled because we couldn't use the infect card. Oh yeah, that was because of the Elizabeth AoE. Oh, okay, we hold on. Damn, how much HP is Yang gonna be on? IORI's still alive, which is nice. Perfect. And let's... Definitely want to put the infect on you as soon as possible. And I feel like if he has an AoE, IORI's just gonna die regardless. But we get the ultimate as well. Hopefully we can get that one off. Probably should have put up a taunt, in all honesty. That probably would have been smart thinking, because even if he doesn't kill the IORI, he has the ult removal from Mel and get the 2 ultimates though. I feel like we'll be fine on this one. Yeah, ult removal from Kyo there. Don't see this team being insanely good when it comes to like actually getting wins and stuff like that, but always nice to play around with them. I really enjoy all of the Omega Rugal Pierce teams. When King initially released, and ooh, let's... Yeah, I'll go for you, why not? Yeah, when the Festival King released, and obviously everyone realized the Pierce card or the Pierce effect is the best way to destroy shields, being able to use the new Festival King, Lilia, and Omega Rugal, by far one of my favorite teams. And with the actual, I believe the new Demon Lord Rimuru has a single target Pierce card, so might be able to run a couple of those teams again. And here he is, the King. Wow, I've been seeing so many of those top guild, is it Guild Wars skins? They are really cool. I really wish they were just a little bit more accessible, because the Meliodas one looks so insanely good, especially on some of the OG Meliodases like the Lost Vein. God damn, that skin looks so amazing. The King one's really cool as well, but man, same with the Barn one. Huge fan of that one. Not a bad amount of damage on King on that first turn. You see, he's been power creeped just a little bit, and having to have another unit next to him in order to function is always a down. Well, most DPS teams end up using Kyo anyways, but when you have to be run with Kyo, it makes the amount of teams you can be, or when you just have to be run with any unit in particular, it definitely downsizes the amount of teams you can be run on, which I'm always not the biggest fan of. Let's go 1, 2, and we can use the ult removal on Gotha there. Really hope we get more characters with the Pulverize effect as well, because it's a really interesting card, and being able to do crazy amounts of damage with single targets later on, and obviously it's not the most reliable thing in the world, not always having the ult control, but when you get good card RNG, super helpful. Man, I forget how quick matches go when you have Kyo as well. Such a menacing character. Hopefully with Paul this 3rd year anniversary, we get a unit that can cleanse via their passive, because as of recent, there was just full PvP for the past months now has just been filled with these full debuff teams, and the Fessecutioner Zeldris, a unit who I thought on release would barely get used, is by far one of the most used units in the game, especially when it comes to PvP. Let's go 1, 2, and we'll attack at least type neutral for IORI. That's if DN doesn't kill. Yeah, sweet. Hey, he's still holding up well. There was that other single target in that other match that did like 200,000. Well, maybe if I was to use him with like a Ludo or something in the middle, he could go absolutely crazy. And one thing I would just like to say is, right before recording this video here, I was doing a video on the day using the new Tarmiel in the front, just to see how he works, and not only was it a pretty well done video, I was pretty happy with that win. Coming up against Margaret is a little annoying, that's for sure. But right as I was finishing the 3rd floor, 4th phase, I didn't realize I hadn't hit record yet, so Unfortunately, just a whole video just didn't even happen, but what can you do? We've got this video here. I'll probably end up re-recording that right after this one, but PvP is always just a good getaway from the demonic beast battles. Can almost guarantee you he's cleansing right out of the gate with this one. Mario's such a fun meta, kind of just this 50-50 gamble on whether or not you'd get like an extra, well, it's like a 1 in 3rd chance, but whether or not you get an extra rank up or Breath of Bless card in order to proc the level 3 straight away. Good times, good times. We can finish off King for sure, and I might just do this, just for extra card draw. Haven't had any teams that really stand in our way a whole bunch. I feel like we do alright against the unknown teams, which can sometimes be a little difficult. Once again, same with most teams, it's just going to be the Barn team. No blue damage dealers, and Diane just can't do enough by herself. It's going to come into the front. But yeah, no. The amount of emotional damage that came out of me when just I looked over to OBS and it just said start recording, oh, was devastating. Actually devastating. Let's see. Man, Diane Tank's so really hoping they bring back more banners with this Tamil on it, because to have more units like this, be able to use him. Actually, they did not need to make his Grace as powerful as they did. They could have given him the first half of the Grace just the like passive healing, and he would have been fine, but they just went above and beyond with that unit. Although I would say, probably still skip for most players just because of all the crazy stuff that's around the corner. I'm sure you'll end up getting him on multiple other banners as well. And onto our final opponent. I mean, at the time of recording this video, I think we're just shy of 960 subscribers, so insanely close to that 1,000 milestone. Still can't believe we've even made it this far. It's actually mind-blowing, and still haven't a clue what I'm going to do when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Most likely going to be a face reveal, but we'll wait and see. And I believe Nexus Grand Cross as well just hit 900 subs, so huge congrats to him as well. Both so close to that 1,000 milestone. And almost completely mincemeating the melee turn 1. I feel like it is a little disappointing to say, but I feel like Diane, especially once she starts getting to the higher levels of Volt Gauge, has been doing as good, if not more damage than IORI on her HP defense set. She's Festival, she's new, there's no way you're gonna compare some of these characters that are just a little bit older. That's 1. Actually, instead, we'll go 1, 2, and 3. We're giving the Gotha the ultimate, but we don't have to really worry about taking damage. No one has a 6/6 Halloween Gotha, and if you have, you are insanely lucky, or you spend even more money than I do on the game. I think the Halloween Gotha, my Halloween Gotha at least, is 3 or 4/6 from memory. Another character who I really wish they brought on more banners. I can understand not doing it, because it's a festive character, but hey, who knows, maybe 3rd year we could get an actually ridiculous, or even one of those free-to-play banners where they give us the multi-summons per day. Would be really nice. Really hoping as well we get a cool character for the 3rd year. Don't let us down, Netmarble. And just a handful of Kyo cards. This is what using Kyo looks like in a nutshell. It's so garbage, man. And there we go, that just about does it for today's video. As always, super fun bringing back some of the King of Fighters units. They're all done extremely well, and I wish IORI was made just that little bit better. Maybe having a couple ignites built into his own passive, being able to support himself a bit, but hey, what can you do? He's obviously a lot better than the... there's always that one character, the one King of Fighters character they made that was completely used. It was Athena, I believe. Although she was really good in the Brawl mode, but that's kind of all she's ever used in, so... what can you do? Maybe we could potentially get a different version of the King of Fighters game, just because I do believe Netmarble actually own some of the King of Fighters games, but I may be wrong on that one. Once again, that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.